A great big hello to you, my Minecraft friend. I'm the Radio Man 03, and it is awesome to have you along. Welcome to an episode of Life in the Woods Renaissance. It is a Friday afternoon, fresh cup of coffee, working down here, getting a little bit frustrated. I'm not going to lie to you, a little bit frustrated, but I think I got an idea. So you can see behind me here, we've got some glass up. A little bit of the metal blocks, just kind of hodgepodged right now, okay? This is by no means anything set in stone or metal or glass, whatever you want to call it. But you can see there's some challenges here. You see where the bush is there, the seaweed growing up? You can see out the glass just fine, can't you? You see the rest of the glass? It's dark. There's nothing planted in front of that. So that's one issue. That's one issue I'm seeing right now. Second issue is we've got too many angles here. I'm going to pull this wall actually back to this right here, and we're going to go straight down from here, and then we'll zigzag across. I've got this kind of figured out. This is not working out when I curve with the island. It's just not working out very well. It doesn't look good, I don't think, and it just doesn't look good. The other thing I'm having an issue with is that every single one of these pieces of glass has got those bubbles in it. As soon as you get 4 pieces together, look, watch. 1, just fine. 2, just fine. 3, just fine. 4, boom. All of a sudden, we've got the dots in the glass. Don't know why everybody wants dots in the glass. I mean, even with the clear glass with no border, it does the same thing. It puts these dots in the glass. I hate these dots. I just want glass that is, smooth and clean and beautiful, but it won't do. That's the borderless glass right there too, by the way. That is the glass that we're not. This is the glass I'm using right now with the steel frame. I like the steel frame on it. It gives kind of an industrial look to it. But even with this borderless glass, we still have the dots in the glass, just like the good old vanilla Minecraft glass. It's got those dots in it. So we're not going to be able to get away from that. That's not too big of a concern. My concern is that I can't see out of the glass. If we go outside here, there were some sharks out here a little bit ago. We've got our breathing helmet on and stuff like that. If we go outside here, we could see, okay, here's where the island is right here. But we need to actually bring this back. We're going to bring this all back once, so it's just a straight line straight across here. And then maybe we'll curve a little bit here. We are going to end right about here. This is where the wall will end right here. And then it's going to angle along here and then go straight down here. You can see this is very straight right through here. Very, very straight. Watching for sharks. We'll be able to kill sharks pretty fast, I think, if we get attacked. So yeah, that's what's going to happen there. We're going to pull this back 1, and that should take care of it. But like there, I just broke that piece of grass. We won't be able to see through that block again. If we have this stuff growing in front of everything, we'll be fine. But otherwise, you can't see out of the glass day or night. It's just this dark color. I mean, you can see the fish there if we're right up on it, but otherwise it's not. But here, look, you put something in front of the glass here, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So we're going to have to figure out how to do that. We may have to plant something in front of all the glass. Can I plant this plant right now that we just broke? Let's see something real quick. This. Oh, whoa, we don't want to drop that. There we go. Now watch, as we go inside here. Boop. You can see right out there. See how beautiful that is? So we are going to have to plant stuff in front of the glass in order to get us to be able to see out of it. At least in front of this double frame here. I'm not too concerned about this up here. This is how the wall is going to be shaped, though. It's going to kind of curve in like this. Then we're going to take those carpenter wedges and we're going to put one here, one here, one here, and we'll angle that out so it's a nice straight line. See what I'm saying? And then we'll have a bit of a groove right here to where the glass meets up with it, and you won't be able to see that. But yeah, we are going to have we do have some challenges. If we don't do this, if we don't plant stuff in front of the glass like this, we're not going to be able to see out, and that's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that would not be the case, but Minecraft water has always been a little bit unusual, as I'm sure you can admit to that. Or at least agree with that. These are the metal block choices we're going to go with for this wall. We're going to have this riveted stuff here, and it's going to make up the columns that hold the glass to the edges, and then at the bottom, and then along the top edge here, we'll have these guys right here with just the 4 rivets in there. So anyways, these are some of the challenges I am facing today, and it is quite a challenge. It is really a challenge to actually work in here, because every time you break a block, the water comes flowing in, and it really just starts to push you around, as you can imagine, right? Yeah, you can just imagine that. So, yeah, you got to really... it's a challenge. That's all there is to it. Whoa, whoa, fish! Jeez. Like that, like that. Okay, and then we want glass, 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 glass. Like so, and like so. And that's where that wall's going to go. Oh, you poor little thing. I'm going to put you out of your misery. There we go. But yeah, that's how that's going to have to work. We're going to bring this wall in. I used the wrong glass on there. I used the wrong dang glass. I want that metal glass for sure. So these are the challenges I'm kind of faced with. So what I want to do is, and I don't know if I'm going to get this episode up on Friday. You're not going to know that until I get the episode up, because it is going to be quite a bit of work to try to get this worked out. Once we get down to here, then I'm going to do, well, actually a little bit further than that down here. We're going to do a sort of a line, boom, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. We'll kind of angle this wall across this way and then have it follow up around. But yeah, it is really proving to be quite a challenge, more so than I thought it would be. I knew it was going to be a puzzle. I knew it was going to be a good puzzle. I just didn't know how big of a puzzle it was going to be. And it's a huge one. It's a huge puzzle, which is pretty cool. I'm okay with it. I'm having a good time with it. Nevertheless, even with the issues I'm having a great time trying to put this together, because I know once it's done and once we get some of these little bugs worked out and figured out, we're going to have a really nice place to come down and get our materials and stuff. This is going to be a great room for us to come and do that. I guess I didn't have to do that. I could just do this. Yeah, I wish there was a way we could get away from having this these bubbles in the glass, but it just doesn't look like that's going to be in the cards for us. We're going to have the bubbles. I mean, like one row right there, it's fine, but as soon as you double it up, it doesn't work out too well. So, all right, I'm going to keep working on this. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. I am. I'm having a lot of fun with this, trying to figure this thing out. So let me get back to work on it, and I'll bring you back when I get a little more progress made, and we will further discuss this thing. All right, I got a bit of the wall done, just a chunk. It took forever to do it, too, because the water constantly comes in and keeps pushing me around. We are going to have an issue with the darkness. The sun is coming up right now, and yeah, the sun is getting ready to come up, and it's really, you just can't see. Like I said, I think we're going to have like that seaweed right there is it's 2 blocks away from the glass, so it's going to have to be right up against the glass, but that's not going to help us up here. So I'm not quite sure what to do. Now, a thought of mine I just had was perhaps if I change these out to carpenter blocks, put a piece of glowstone dust in each one of them, and then cover it with the steel frame glass, if maybe that would light up the water, but I don't know, because right here you can see I got a little plant, and I can see out in the ocean just fine. I can see the sharks, the manta rays, everything. It's just beautiful out there. It's absolutely beautiful. If we put the seaweed here, will the seaweed grow on its own? I do not know. So maybe we should test that real quick too. Let's test that. We've got some of this. What is this? Green giant. It's the kelp. Okay, it's kelp. These sharks are really something else, man. I've had to kill one shark. One shark came in and attacked me. The other ones have not done anything. They just kind of swim around out there, and they're okay. I try not to come out here when there's more than 1 or 2. And right now, it's really hard to see. I think there's like 1 here. So let's go ahead and try this out real quick. There's a piece of kelp. Let's see if that grows. I'm kind of curious to see if that'll grow up and fill in that window. But it's not going to help us, like I said, with this glass up here or this glass up here. Because in order to do that, there's that shark. He just got over to us. In order to do this, I'd have to put dirt along this row and then have the kelp growing up that way. But yeah, see, that is just awesome. Challenges, huh? Some real challenges here for sure. Let's see. Is this shark still here? Do I need to kill another shark? I do. Come on, you two. There we go. Okay, now I can work around here a little bit. Fortunately, they will spawn back in, which is nice. So we do this. Let's just take care of this all right now. I think what I could do is probably double this up, huh? Yeah, I could double this up. We could go someplace and harvest a bunch of kelp and get it in here and make it so that we can see out the glass. Now, even with the kelp there, we still have the light of the ocean coming through. It obstructs the view of it, but it makes it look pretty good. Now, the other thing, otherwise, yeah, we're just going to have dark water, and then what's the point of even having a glass if I can't see out into the ocean? I want to see out into the ocean. The other thing I thought about, it was, what if we had some glowstone dust and put glowstone dust inside a carpenter's block and then put it out there? Maybe if we put a piece of glowstone out there and see if it lights up the water enough to allow us to see out of the glass, that might be a possibility as well, to where we just lay glowstone along the edge of the glass down there. I don't know. So I have to run back to the base and get some glowstone dust and see if that's going to if that's going to work out. So I'm going to take another break here and come back. So these are some of the challenges we have with the glass. The nice thing is that when the water runs over the glass, it is not causing it to distort, because it used to be where when water traveled over glass, it looked really kind of weird. So yeah, I'll be back with some glowstone dust and some carpenter blocks, and we'll give it a try. All right, let's give this a shot here and see what happens. Glowstone dust inside the block. Shift right click. There we go. Looks like it lightens it up a little bit, but not quite what I have in mind in terms of being able to see out into the water. It also makes it so that the lines, you have to do them all, it looks like. Otherwise, this becomes kind of an unusual block. Let's see if that's the case. It looks like it is. Oh, wow, it's not going to even let us do that. It's going to keep that border there, and I don't like that at all. Okay, so that's out. That's not going to work. We're going to have to go with the seaweed along the edge of the too high glass. I don't know that maybe I'm not too concerned about this up here, although it does make it look a little unusual, doesn't it? Part of me now is thinking maybe what I do is I do just straight wall of glass along here, and then I take, when I get down to the end here, I just sort of do, it'll be like this corner over here will come across like so, like that, with glass going up, and then we straighten back out again, and we come down this wall here. I think that's the way I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to just take this glass and make it 4 high. Well, what do we got here? 2 more high. 4 high, and then we have just a straight glass wall. I did initially want it to kind of curve in like this to give it just a little bit more, shape, but I really want to be able to see out into the ocean. And although we've got the kelp in front of us, I could still see the sharks swimming out there. I could still see the island. And the more we have of this glass being able to look out with the kelp in front of it, the more we're actually going to be able to see into the ocean. Let's put it that way. Yeah, the kelp is there, and yes, it's in front of the glass, and yes, we got those white lines in the glass, but it is still going to cater to us to be able to see more of the outer ocean. It's going to trick our eyes. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flatten this wall out. We're going to get the kelp all the way up on, I'm going to get this chunk done right here that we have started right here, okay? I'm going to get this part of the wall done, and then we're going to come back and we're going to take a look at the kelp in front of it and see just how it looks. So I'll be right back again. All right, there is a chunk of wall done. You can see the ray swimming out there. I can see a shark swimming out there. It is a little unfortunate. I'm going to admit I'm a little disappointed that I can't just put the glass up and have the light outside. It's got probably something to do with the shaders, I would imagine. But this is better than not being able to see out the glass by having the kelp there too. It does add a little green down here, and this is going to be a very industrial area with the metal and everything. And I think instead of going back and forth between the different kinds of metal, I'm going to stick with this this sort of riveted stuff right here. I like the way it looks better than I do when I switch out and put in these guys here, these factory blocks, this one here. Let's see if we can get an example of this. I think I like that. I'm not sure now. I'm kind of back and forth on it. You guys let me know what you think here. We'll do kind of a chunk of this here and let you see it. See what it looks like. I feel like I want these to be kind of the riveted corners, and then I want the rest of this to be a little bit smoother. Oh, look at that. That keeps the water from coming in here. Something like that is what I was thinking about. And then right on the corners, we'd have these, and that would be at the bottom of this as well. This is going to start angling across the wall here until we meet up with this point right here. And then this wall down here is going to look just like this wall right here. Now, here comes nighttime, and here's how it looks at night. Now, what I can do, and the kelp, by the way, does grow. It grows really fast. Not as fast as the bamboo, but it grows really, really quick. And the nice thing is it's a water plant, so if I were to plant bamboo down here, I think the water would have a weird look around it. But with it being the kelp, it doesn't do that. It looks really good. I do wish we could get rid of these white dots on the glass, but we're not going to be able to do that, so no big deal. Up here, I will swap these blocks out, this glass here, with something different because there's just no point in having it. It's kind of a waste. Because you can't see out of it. You just can't see out of there. So, but right here, like, look at there. We got a little fish coming up. Now, when he gets up there, you can't hardly see him. But when he comes down into the kelp, you can see him just fine. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that is how the walls are going to look. Probably a really short episode for me because it is just going to be so much work to get this done that I'm going to have to focus a lot of attention on getting this done. Part of me wants to do, well, this is going to change right here. I don't know how this is going to work out on the corner here, but that is sort of the challenge I'm facing, and that's the challenge you guys are going to face as well. Now, if you've got ideas on how to do this better to where we're going to have more visibility without having to have that kelp there, do let me know if you've seen another trick or you know another trick on how to make this glass let you see through the water, other than, of course, turning off the shaders. I'm not going to give up shaders because it's just too phenomenal. I mean, it totally envelops me in the game when I've got the shaders on. It's just so dark and so eerie that it's got to be done. I love it. What we can do, though, is we could eliminate some of the... There's a shark right there. Look at him. Look at that shark right there next to the glass. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, we could eliminate some of the kelp that's further out and get rid of some of it, and then take that kelp and use it to plant along the edge here, and that would open up a little more viewing, I think, between here and the mountain as well. But, you know, it is what it is. This is what we've got going on. It'd be kind of cool if there's another way to do it, and like I said, if you do know another way, let me know. But that's the dilemma. That's the challenge, huh? That is the challenge for sure. Yeah. Okay, guys. Hey, have a fantastic weekend. It's Friday, so I'm not going to record over the weekend. This Friday night, Variety has to work Saturday, so I've got plenty of time to work on this. I hope to get a lot of this room not done, but at least this wall completed. I would like to get this wall completed so when we kick off episodes next week, we've got this done because I've got some really phenomenal ideas for what to do inside this base. This space is going to look really cool by the time we're done with it, and I've got some great ideas in here. This is the big puzzle challenge right here. This is the big challenge. Getting this glass wall up and getting it so that we can see out into the ocean, at least somewhat. Look at my reflection on the glass. That's pretty cool. Up on the top there. I love that. That's awesome. All right, yeah. Let me know. Let me know. I love you guys. You're doing awesome. Hit that like button for me if you enjoyed today's episode. I know it's a little bit odd, but, you know, we're doing the best we can here, right? This is a big challenge. This is all new to me and new to some of you as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03, and I want you to have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day, and enjoy your weekend. Make it the best weekend you can. And I look forward to talking to you again next time.